Oh, hi! Why, yes, I have been living in this Totoro hoodie since I made it. How could you tell? Is it the fact that I haven't washed my hair in 4 days? The fact I still have makeup on from yesterday? Or the fact that I have gotten both a dirt and a lasagna stain on the faux fur on the front of this? I'm doing super swell this year. How about you? Overall, this month of spookiness has actually been a better month for me mentally for the most part. But as with many people, I would assume, it's still been pretty crap. And the fact that Halloween, which is on a Saturday this year, doesn't get to be enjoyed to its full potential. And honestly, I usually go to a friend's house to carve pumpkins, and we don't actually do anything costumey. We just hang out and drink scorpion bowls out of a crock pot because we're classy motherfuckers. And then actual Halloween weekend usually ends up being the same weekend as Extra Life, which is the charity gaming live stream that goes 24 hours plus that I usually do with my friends Joe and Jamie and a bunch of other people that usually hang out at their house. But you know what doesn't sound like a good idea this year? Upwards of 20 people piled onto the same couch playing bracketeering. So that's not happening this year, unfortunately. I'm really sad about it. So to make up for it, I have my favorite seasonal beer, which is Gordy by Rockingham, which, if I have not been talking about it recently, it's just because I really haven't been drinking much this year. Not for lack of enjoying their particular brand of beverages. Not sponsored, just my favorite place to go. So here's what you need. I missed it. It's been too long. We can do the pour effect at least. Here's what you need. And listen, I've had myself on a pretty strict budget this year, but one thing I did set aside money for is this particular beer release. So I'm gonna sit back and enjoy. Come along with me. I promise this isn't all despair, but obviously, like, it's been a tough go. I have had a couple beverages before this one, and again, haven't had much booze this whole year, so my tolerance is out the goddamn window. But on Halloween day, since it is a Saturday, they're doing a themed costume contest with sandwiches and Halloweenies as the theme. I don't know if y'all saw the video I made where I put together Bert's Halloween costume, where I made him into a hot dog. It was long overdue. Then started brainstorming with some friends of mine, and we have come up with not really a Halloween costume, but a Halloween costume accessory that I made for tiny little Bert here, and that is just a little stuffed pickle toy. Made it in a crafting fury last night and thought it was worth showing. The dumb thing I made. And there I was thinking, well, I'll have my dog dressed up as something. I made him a little accessory toy, so it's like a hot dog and a pickle. I'm even gonna have him sitting on this pillow that has similar coloration situation to those trays that you eat hot dogs out of. Then I was trying to think about what I could dress up as that would also be helpful and get a whole ensemble thing going with me and the dog. And my brain went to 90s cup. Here's how this went down. I dug this ratty old, thoroughly armpit stained and other various stains white t-shirt. Why I ever purchase white shirts, I will never know because this always happens. I'm a sweaty monster of a person that is always eating and always drinking things. But I tried out this fabric medium paint that mixed in with some acrylic paint that was the appropriate blue color. Messed around with a couple different kind of paint brushes to try to figure out something that worked. Realized a sponge brush was probably going to do the trick the best. And then also realized that I had a fabric marker that is the perfect shade of purple for this. So once the blue dried mostly, I think I jumped the gun a little bit, as you'll see here, and I did the smaller stripe over that. Then I found a random Frisbee and broke out some duct tape, and I put a coat of white duct tape on the actual Frisbee just to give it a cohesive look. And then I took a wrapping paper tube, wrapped that in red duct tape, and then taped that to the top of the Frisbee. And then I just attached this nylon cording. I had to burn the ends so it didn't fray. It's funny that I've owned this lighter for about 12 years and this is the only use it has ever had because I'm a cool mom. And thus we have the 90s cup. I can just never fit in frame, huh? You know, it's not actually too bad. And the fabric medium does actually help this not be super stiff because sometimes acrylic paint gets real crispy on ya. Oh, you could also definitely do this and be Master Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Does the blood run up the walls? Any show that loudly doesn't take Danzig seriously, I'm on board with. Okay, so as I was working on this particular outfit, my dear friend Grant Scoville sent me a video of a hilarious online ordering mishap where he bought himself a hat. The hat ended up being a tiny hat, and I don't know what clicked in my brain, but then I was like, the theme is sandwiches and Halloweenies. I need to be the sandwich. So you'll remember that Starberry dress I made a couple weeks ago, right? So here we are. I made a sandwich hat. It's maybe the dumbest thing I've ever spent my time on. But listen, so was the hot dog costume. So I started with a piece of everything's sewable, non-fusible interfacing. Cut that in a circle, cut out a circle of this faux fur that is the same color as the bread slices, cut a slit up, rolled it up as much as I could, hand stitched the seam down, stuffed it with a bunch of the scraps because I did a bad job and it didn't roll up very evenly and I had to cut a lot off the bottom. But then I took a bunch of pieces of faux fur, sandwiched them together, no pun intended, and made a cheese slice, a tomato slice, and a lettuce slice. I know, not the most riveting sandwich. It gets the effect across. And then I hand stitched it to this headband here. So now I can wear my jaunty witchy chapeau. So I feel like this combined with my witchiest outfit from the Starberry dress thing, that it'll get the point across. And I'm really proud of this very dumb idea I've come up with. So then I was thinking about headbands. I don't really have many other ideas for a last minute Halloween costume. The only thing that I could come up with, remember Tiger King? That was this year. That was my birthday weekend that came out. I know I only turned 31 then, but I feel like I am 47 now. I did put a pretty quick Joe Exotic, although I spell my name without the E, outfit together, and that horrific eyebrow ring. At the end of this, if you want to watch some also better last minute Halloween costume ideas, I have years of videos of this debauchery, so if you would like to check out other dumb shit I've come up with at the last minute. Oh boy. Anyways, I made a Carol Baskin inspired flower crown, and it actually just happens to match my hair very well. I was expecting to hate this. I'm not a headband person when my hair is this short. Not mad at it. Carol, you might be onto something. This doesn't look like much. I did spend a surprising amount of time hand sewing all of these flowers onto the headband, but if you're really at that point in your day where, you know, it's 5:30 and you need to get on a Zoom call with some friends you forgot was happening because you were like kind of napping with your dog on the couch and you don't have anything to wear that's festive, and you're one of the 2 people watching this, hi Sama and Rob, that like the Mighty Boosh, even though none of your friends are going to understand what the fuck is happening, it's really hard looking at the mirrored viewfinder. You can go right ahead and take some masking tape, or preferably white tape, which I do also have somewhere in my sewing room because I literally just used it for that cup lid hat thing that I made. You know, the Frisbee I covered in duct tape for some fucking reason. Yeah, no idea where that roll went. So here we are with off-white masking tape. Is you can make a super duper quick Hitcher inspired top. Also maybe add some green makeup. And listen, I was considering making an actual like solo polo eye patch. He basically wears like a lifesaver. They're called polos in the UK from what I understand. Over one of his eyes. That's gonna burn, right? Which flavor do you think burns more? Wintergreen, peppermint, or spearmint? Probably peppermint, right? I feel like that one hurts my mouth the most. I personally am a wintergreen mint person, but I'm down with most mints. Mint, lemon, and coffee are my favorite flavors, so whatever that says about me, I'm going to interpret him saying he has solo polo vision as also being a cyclops, so I'm already covered. You do what you gotta do to get the point across, though. Okay, so listen, not my best work this week. Although weirdly, I put way more time into making these costumes than I have for any of my last minute Halloween costume videos. And I'm definitely very proud of the pickle toy and the 90s cup outfit. I think I will use that in the future. I promise I'm not just phoning it in. I was actually really excited to make these. I think I'm just really sad about Halloween this year. One genuinely exciting thing that's been really nice this fall is the foliage around here. I know I'm sounding like the most New England person, but damn, that leaf peeping has been choice this year. Some kind of silver lining, right? I just feel like people have leaned into it extra hard this year, and that has made me really happy because there's so few things that spark joy these days, and it's been nice to see. If you're dressing up or perhaps dressing your pets up, please tag me in photos. There have been some lovely makes posted over on my Patreon Discord. Every tier has access to that, and I do post some of my projects early, and it's because of everyone over on Patreon, all of my lovely bog trolls, that I get to put together really dumb shit like this and enjoy it. This year has been so hard for everyone, so the fact that I have had more patrons this year than any other genuinely am overwhelmed with the generosity from all of you, and I hope I am bringing you some joy, even if it is very stupid outfits like this. Like, y'all, I spent time this week making a pickle toy, and it's because of all of you that I get to spend time doing things like that. What a life. I truly cannot thank you all enough for this gift. We're this deep in the cheese, huh? All right, I don't want to be drunk, sad, emotional uncle over here, so I'm gonna cut this here rather than going on a big weepy rant about how much all of you mean to me and how much you have brightened up my life. Oops, we're dipping our toes in that water though. Okay, I will see you all back here with another video next Friday. There will be a giveaway in that one. I made a thing that I'm very, very excited about. I tried a thing and it went well. Or did it? We're not a clickbait channel here. It went well and I'm really proud of it, and I'm gonna give it away to one of you. So if you want to check out whatever that is, come hang out next Friday. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Ah, fuck, there's a spider. No. Boy, is it hard to not make long tubular toys look like dicks.